Okay, I wanted to redo this. I did a little bit of a live stream earlier on this, and it didn't turn out so great. I accidentally hit the mute button in the middle, but this is a pretty important message that needs to get out there. We're talking about the FCC, and we're talking about there's a few different things going on with net neutrality last month. And a friend of mine came to me today and said, well, he texted me and he said, hey, he's like, did you submit something to the FCC on net neutrality last year? And I said, no, I don't believe I did. One way or the other, which is me, and that's fine. It doesn't matter whether you said something to the FCC, you didn't say something to the FCC. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is that the Attorney General here in Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro, has set up this website that you'll be able to see real quickly. It's badcomments.attorneygeneral.gov. And this is the Office of the Attorney General, Josh Shapiro, for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And he is concerned that, as you can see right here, recently concerns have emerged that the FCC's online public comment function related to the proposed changes to net neutrality may be contaminated by fake comments. Which, in today's day and age wouldn't surprise me. But what did surprise me was that I actually am included in this and do indeed have a fake comment that was sent to the FCC encouraging them to dismantle net neutrality, which obviously I stream, I game, I use the internet every day, is not my view. So there are some things, and I will do this kind of in a full screen so that you guys can see this, and I'll try to check back in chat since this is a live stream and answer any questions that you guys may have or concerns that you may have about this, because this is kind of a big deal. This is not one of those things that it's like, okay, well, this affects everyone that uses the internet. On as far as net neutrality goes and everything like that. Here is the full deal. And he's got a video up here. You can watch it. Again, his concerns are that the FCC's public comment function related to the proposed changes of net neutrality may be contaminated by fake contents. Now, you can type your name in here. And my last name's pretty uncommon. So for me, it's very, very simple. I can just type my last name in, and anybody that's in my family, I pretty much know that this is the deal. Excuse me for 1 second. So, but I'll type my full name in here so that mine comes up. My full name is Richard Luke DJzo, and you guys know me as Luke if you've watched my channel. If you haven't, that's fine too. Again, this is not a monetized live stream. I will not monetize this in any way. This is important information that needs to go out to everyone. I think this is an important subject. I will not monetize this in any way, shape, or form. But if you enter your name, and you can search for your name, and this covers, just because it was set up by Josh Shapiro in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, this covers every comment nationwide. So it doesn't matter what state you live in. You can go to this website, and I'll have the comment pinned as the top comment on this video when it is done processing, and I'll put it in the description as well, so that you can go check this out. Because when I search for mine, you can, it says right here, may also check for comments submitted falsely on behalf of deceased relatives, because that is becoming a thing now. For some reason, this is becoming a thing, that there are so many contaminated fake comments about net neutrality on the FCC's complaint, the form that they have, that they're using people's deceased relatives and older addresses to support their position. It's just ridiculous. It's almost sickening how bad this is. So I put my name in here, and lo and behold, when we get there, here is something that was received in May and posted on June 2nd. And here I am. And this is, obviously Restoring Internet Freedom 17-108, which is about net neutrality and how they want to remove or dismantle what the Obama administration put in place. Title II and all that. You guys have been hearing about this for months, so I know you know all about net neutrality. And if you don't, there are plenty of videos to watch on that. So when I click on my name, here is, the proceeding number, 17-108. Obviously, the name of the filer, which is me, which I didn't do, when it was received and when it was posted. The interesting thing is that it uses an address, this 12 Morris Road address. I haven't lived at this address for over 10 years. This is not something, net neutrality wasn't even a thing when I lived at this address. So anyway, here's the comments on this. Mr. Pi, my comments, obviously the future of the internet. I want to urge the commission to reverse the Obama/Wheeler policy to regulate the internet. Citizens, not Washington, should be empowered to enjoy whatever services they choose. The Obama-Wheeler policy to regulate the internet is a corruption of the open internet. It ended a hands-off system that functioned remarkably smoothly for many years with bipartisan approval. Now, this is, anybody that knows about net neutrality knows that that is not true. That functioned remarkably smoothly for many years with bipartisan approval. You have people like Verizon, Fios, Comcast, all the big boys that are giving you your internet, or you're paying to get your internet. Now, the whole idea behind this is if they take away net neutrality or remove those things that were put in place, then Verizon, Fios, could speed up or slow down your internet connection. They could charge you to, or cut off websites that you want to look at. So this is not what I would support in any way, shape, or form. Plus, this is an address that I haven't lived at in over a decade. So this is definitely a false statement, a false comment left with my information. So what I'm suspecting here is that people are buying names, lists of names, even deceased relatives, that type of thing, information. Your information is being sold. That's how I can only imagine that my information got out there, was sold and used and put in to make a comment to support the FCC's decision to do this. So this is it's borderline criminal activity. So what can you do? At this point, you can go to this website, you can find your thing there, and if you or a family member or even a deceased family member, you can put in your contact information, you can put in your email address, then you can put in the ID number of the fake comment, and report this, because this is serious. Josh Shapiro is trying to take legal action because of all of this. And I agree with his stance for this. Now, I'm not much with politics. I'm not a very political person. But this affects everybody that uses the internet. And I think it's super important. So go to this website. Go to badcomments.attorneygeneral.gov. Go in there and see. I had some people on a live stream earlier that already found their mother's names on there. The guy that contacted me, my friend, he's been my friend since I was like 15 years old. He was on there twice. So I personally, obviously you just saw, am on there. And my views are not what was posted. So, this is just ridiculous. Go report this. This is serious information. I think everybody should do this. I'm not monetizing this video. This will never be monetized. This is not for me to get more views to my YouTube channel or anything like that. This is just to get the information out there. I urge everybody to go to this website, see if you have your information has basically been stolen and used in a way that is borderline, in my opinion, criminal, and report it so that it can be reported. Follow Josh Shapiro on Twitter if you want to. He explains all of this. Follow me on Twitter if you want to. I've reposted some of the stuff that Josh Shapiro has put up and other things like that. This is a serious issue, and I think that it needs to be addressed. They even have checkmark boxes for deceased relatives' correct name, or deceased relatives' past address was used in the comment, and whether it matched your real view or is opposed of your real view. This is serious, serious stuff. This is, hundreds of thousands of people in Pennsylvania alone have already figured out that they've been commented as fake on this. Across the United States, it's in the millions, I'm sure. So you should go to this website, use it. It's a resource that is very important. Please share this video if you want to. You don't have to. Again, this is not to gain followers on my YouTube channel or anything like that, but this is just a serious issue that I think that affects everyone that is on the internet, and I think you guys will agree with me on that point. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. Please, please, please take this information, at least check and see if there's any fake comments that were left by you or family members or deceased family members. It's something that is very serious and should be addressed. Again, thanks for everybody that watched. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. And I'll check you guys out on another video, hopefully that isn't as, on a depressing note as something like this. I'll check you guys out later.